Welcome to Real Channel Automotive, a place to help you understand the world of automotive mobility. Please subscribe our channel for more updates. BMW took everyone by surprise in November 2021 with the reveal of its aggressively angular concept XM. Get ready to meet the subsequent production version with largely the same polarizing design, including the split headlights we've recently seen on the new 7 Series and X7 facelift. The edgy SUV available exclusively with a plug-in hybrid powertrain is the first standalone M product since the original M1 was discontinued in 1981. The $160,000 Super SUV is the first high-performance vehicle from M to feature an electrified drivetrain, BMW says. The wording is important here because BMW has already revealed fully electric and hybrid cars that wear an M badge. But those are M Performance branded, or M Light, if you will, vehicles, automotive near beer to full M models like the M3, M4, and M5. So the XM is the first real BMW Motorsport department car to get any kind of electrical assistance. It does have 2 roundels at the back as a throwback to the M1, but this is pretty much where the similarities end. As with all fully fledged M cars, the XM has a quad exhaust system, only this time with stacked tips to make the sporty Luxembourg stand out. Impressively wide taillights complement the muscular body and flank a prominent XM badge with a gold contour to echo other exterior details. The first M product with a PHEV setup features a charging port on the left front fender, which will be the same story as the next generation M5. Under the hood, BMW has installed its new S68 engine, a twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 with mild hybrid tech. On its own, the combustion engine is good for 483 horsepower at 5,400 RPM and 479 pound-feet of torque from just 1,600 RPM. Those are reasonably chunky numbers and make this the most powerful M road car yet. But they're not as chunky as the curb weight figure we mentioned earlier, which is why a machine that is supposed to be a halo car for BMW's M lineup is actually slower than any other M-badged cars on sale, including several M Performance and Pretender cars. 0 to 60 miles per hour takes 4.1 seconds, which isn't only slower than the gas-powered X6M, 3.8 seconds, that costs $54,000 less. It means the XM is no faster than a $50,000 M240iX Drive Coupe. Tipping the scales at 6,062 pounds, the XM is the heaviest production BMW ever made. That shouldn't come as a big surprise considering it has a large V8 engine, an electric motor, and a battery pack in a vehicle with more than generous dimensions: 5,110 millimeters long, 2,005 millimeters wide, and 1,755 millimeters tall. Although the wheelbase of 3,105 millimeters is identical to that of the 3-row X7, the XM only seats 5 people. The XM always operates in all-wheel drive mode, but the torque split can bias to the rear when 4-wheel drive sport is engaged, and the M Sport differential can shift power to the outside wheel to help turn in on paved surfaces, or lock itself up completely to power through dunes. Active roll stabilization courtesy of electrically controlled anti-roll bars is also part of the standard package, and the XM is the first full M car to come equipped with rear axle steering. Also standard in the US are giant 23-inch wheels, though buyers can opt to downgrade to 22-inch versions. And BMW's Tech Info also mentions tiny 21s, which are practically shirt buttons. Though the biggest wheels add unspray mass and probably make the ride worse, we can't imagine many people who don't live down a farm track going for the small rims. A vehicle this bold needs massive wheels to do justice to a design that's going to be hugely controversial, but will certainly help the XM stand out from every other big SUV. The concept's flush door handles and boomerang rear lights have gone, but BMW has mostly kept very close to the concept's promise, delivering the massive illuminated grilles, unusual swage line, split headlights, vertically stacked exhaust tailpipes and laser-engraved roundels on each upper corner of the rear window. And although the taillights aren't as flamboyant as the boomerang-shaped units fitted to the show car, the diagonal light strips on the side sections that reference BMW M's triple stripe logo are a nice touch. Inside, it's a mix of new and familiar, less wild than the iX, and definitely more luxurious than any of BMW's plain gas-powered SUVs. The basic dashboard display and console layout isn't much different to what you'll find in recently introduced or facelifted BMWs like the X7, and features the company's new iDrive 8 operating system tucked inside combined digital gauge pack and touchscreen. But unlike the X7, the XM still has a conventional automatic gear shifter. The Concept XM's sculptural headliner is standard, and another carryover from the show car is the optional vintage coffee merino leather for the door panels and upper dashboard, which is designed to celebrate leather's natural qualities by showing, rather than hiding, creases and scars. Which is funny because we thought it was all about vegan leather these days, especially in electrified cars. Seats, meanwhile, are either Silverstone or Deep Lagoon, and there are only 4 of them. The XM will enter production before the end of this year at the Spartanburg factory in South Carolina. With the XM, BMW M signals its hybrid revolution, as the M2 and 3.0 CSL arriving in the coming weeks will be the last M products powered exclusively by a combustion engine. The mechanically related next-generation M5 and all the other full-fat M vehicles with inline 6 and V8 engines arriving after it will embrace electrification to a certain degree. Are you a fan of the 2023 BMW XM? Is it fast enough and special enough to justify being BMW's first standalone M product in over 40 years? Leave a comment below and let us know what you really think.